Hi. I'm still going through my notes and collecting my thoughts on this past weekend in Amsterdam with Bentinho and with my wonderful friend Tamara, and everything I learned from both of them, really. I've learned so much. I've learned you can learn by osmosis. I learned an awful lot listening to podcasts and reading the books and exchanging ideas with my friends. But there's something different to experience it live firsthand. You can see his entire workshop on his website. Not sure by the way, it's on the YouTube channel. And I'm sure if I listened to it online, I would have gotten a lot out of it. But just being there and feeling that energy and absorbing, there was times I was just listening with my eyes closed and just intuitively listening. I couldn't even follow a lot of things that he was saying, but intuitively listening, just being there and feeling the energy, his energy, other people's energy. I feel like I've gone on another level. And also listening to my friend and the conversation I had with her, and she's a very successful life coach, and she's one of my mentors. And just having the conversations, I feel like I've learned more in 2 days than I would have in 3 or 4 months. And she had a brilliant idea of actually starting doing coaching like that, going away on either seminars or just sightseeing trips, and just doing it as doing the coaching as a part of like real life experience. And I thought that was so brilliant, and we laughed so much. Oh my God, I've not laughed that much in such a long time, and life really is so joyous when you just allow yourself, when you change your environment. For me at least, some people really hate stepping out of the comfort zone, they hate traveling, they hate uncertainty, but there's no growth in that comfort zone. You have to step out of it. Luckily, I'm the person who loves to travel and loves new experience, so for me it comes naturally. But there's so much I'm doing that's outside of my comfort zone, and it's a lot of times painful, but I'm doing it because I know that's where growth is. And for me, plain and simple, growth is happiness. There were a lot of takeaways from this weekend and his teachings. One of the main things for me was that he kept repeating, we are always and already free. We are always and already free before our first thought. And we choose to suffer. We choose to get attached to a story. We choose to get attached to a description. We choose to get attached to suffering, and we'll defend our suffering. And we do it. We all do it. We know we do. When somebody tells you, oh, what are you talking about? Your life is not so bad, or your job is not so bad, we'll just get so angry. What do you mean? And I have the horrible boss, and my commute is terrible, or this or that. But we won't change anything. We'll just continue complaining about it and making ourselves suffer in the process. And he says to us, why aren't we ridiculously happy? Why aren't we ridiculously happy? If that's what we want to be free and joyous and spontaneous and conscious. And why aren't we all the time ridiculously happy? And the answer is because we don't want to make people around us uncomfortable. The people who are very attached to their suffering and being unhappy. We feel it's almost rude. And also because those miserable people look so serious, and the seriousness gives them authority, and you think, oh, they must know something I don't, so I'm going to be serious now. I'm not going to be so happy anymore. And we tone it down. He made a point over and over again to choose our thoughts, to monitor our thoughts. And he says, imagine if you got hit by a brick every time you had a negative thought, how quickly you will learn to realign. And that's a big one, realigning your thoughts. And I've heard something from him I've not heard before, is clear your mind and clear your thoughts for 5 seconds. Just 5 seconds, and do it as many times a day, every day. Whatever does it for you. Either close your eyes and go in a little meditation, or keep your eyes open and go in a little meditation, or look at the sky and see the clouds passing, or by any chance you have anything green around you, because I find the plants and the trees and nature calms me, and it's not just me, I'm sure. Find anything that help you disconnect, and just for 5 seconds clear your head and see what remains. And don't get attached to a story, and don't get attached to your suffering. Monitor your thoughts. Don't believe your thoughts, believe yourself. What does that mean? Don't believe your thoughts, believe in yourself. It means that we have an inbuilt guidance system. We have this inner guidance system that tells us if our thoughts are true or not true. And how do we know that? We know that by how it makes us feel. So that thought, how does it make us feel? If it makes us feel really miserable, and you have a knot in your stomach and you feel anxious and stressed, that thought is just a thought. It's not true. That's your guidance system. I'll give you an example. You need to find a new job, and you're looking for a new job, and you start to feel, positive and happy, and something will come up, and then few days, few weeks, a month goes by, and you can't find that job. And then you start thinking, oh my God, I'm never gonna find that job. Everybody else has a job. I won't be able to find that job. There's nothing out there. There's nothing there for me. And then you start feeling panicky and anxious and stressed and worried, and you start sleeping badly, and it just gets worse and worse. There's another layer of worrying, there's another layer of stress, until you don't even have the clear mind anymore. Is that true? How does it make you feel? Stressed, anxious, worried, crazed? It's not true. Of course you're gonna find that job. Of course you are. You're probably delaying the process by thinking and feeling the way you do. You're delaying that phone call of, hey, we got a job for you, because you're focusing on it's not gonna happen, and it's not out there. I don't have it. And it's not true, because your inner being is telling you by how you feel that thought is not true. So clear your head and let it go. Let go of the story that's causing you to suffer, because it's not true. And he says, listen to this inner guidance system, listen and watch the signs, and realign before something happens that's going to force you into action. And it's quite simple. 5 seconds a day, as many times you can, clear your head. And obviously, it goes without saying, meditate. I think meditate is the best and quickest way to slow yourself down, to connect to inner being, to have the clarity, to for the mind to connect to the heart, and you can hear yourself better. You can feel the shifts. And the key to meditation is to do it consistent. To be consistent. Consistency is the key. I'm sure you've heard it before. But for me, when I took action, for me personally, I was waiting till the shit hits fan, then I took action, and then I started meditating every day, and starting journaling every day, and doing all the routines I do every day. But until I was forced into action, I didn't take action. So don't wait. now I can tell you, is much more painful if you're forced into action than if you choose action while things are not that bad. So take a decision to let go. Choose to end your suffering. It's like simple. It's just one decision away. It's one recognition away. And you can do it. And the last thing he said, which I thought was brilliant, was stop validating other people's bullshit. And I was like, what? Stop validating other people's bullshit. And you do it because you want them to think you're nice. And you do it because you don't want them to call you up on your bullshit. So we all kind of lie to each other because we want to be accepted and we want to belong. And it's our primal reptilian brain that's still, in essence, fighting for survival. Is that the primal brain that says, if I'm excluded from the group, I will die. It's certain death. So I need to belong. So I'm going to validate as much bullshit around me as I need to, just to belong. And I thought, that's brilliant. That is something I've taken aboard. And I had a long, hard look at myself. And I've decided I'm not going to be doing anymore. I'm not going to validate other people's bullshit because I want them to think I'm nice. And because I want to belong. I do want to belong, but not at any cost.